Hey, good morning, TRD Farmer. What's up, dude? Long time no speak to. And Aaron Muckin, Alexandria G. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Well, I can officially tell you I still don't love where Bitcoin is. Don't love it. Yeah, still just internal to all kinds of things. I'm becoming less interested in this. Yeah, God dang, I'm so much more interested in this one down here. But it's like we are just internal to internal to internal. Like we're in between this guy and this guy. We're in between this guy and this guy. And now we're in between this guy and this guy. And furthermore, we're in between these two little things right here. It's just, it's like, what am I trying to say? What's an easier way to say it? What's an easier way to say it? Price is here. Yeah, that's the easier way to say it. Price be right. Where's my damn arrow when I want it? Right there. Which means that there is liquidity here, and there is liquidity here, and we are at equilibrium. Pretty close to anyway. And it could clean up all that just to clean up that, and it could clean up all that just to clean up that. And yeah, not fun. Not fun. But that's okay. They're not supposed to make it easy, right? What was that? Where did that come from? What in the world is that line? And as usual, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to look at. I do have to leave slightly early this morning. Got an eye appointment. Yeah, I do somewhat like the idea of coming from here to here, but market structure is worse today than it was yesterday. At least yesterday. Where was yesterday? At least yesterday, our market open, we had actual structure form an actual bottom, and we're able to trade up to an actual high. Um, but yeah, it doesn't look that. I don't have that same action here. Well, I guess market open was. You really don't quite have it up here either, huh? Am I crazy? No, not quite. Not as clean as yesterday. But essentially the opposite of what happened on market open yesterday happened today, and we did indeed get to the next low. Check. Is it time to reverse from here? Quite possibly, but it's just not going to get. I mean, like it could come from here to here or to Valhalla, but I don't have a trade. We do have more liquidity on the top than we do the bottom. We got a little bit more for the broom to get. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas that have not been addressed on the bottom. I see one. There's a little bit more demand in this section though. Let's go ahead and highlight that. Yeah, so currently my trade let me get these candles out of the way here. Currently my trade does not exist until above 118,800, I guess. I guess it currently doesn't exist until I can probably see a break there and some manner of retracement. I don't know if I need it to break that high. No, I actually need it to break lower. Or I need it to initiate and then retrace. I'm trying, bear with me. And yeah, I want downward only structure. And this could go down then further. Currently, I'd be looking for something more along these lines. And I do want this to roll over prior to taking this high, so that I can trade with an anticipation of this high, and then get an answer to a question, right? What happens up there? Can we break out? I don't know, but I'd say that's about what I'm currently in the mood to wait for. And outside of that, is there really much else? No, I want 115.7500. That's what I want. I want that. I mean, it looks like a lot of people have been, attempting to fill long positions, attempting to run it back up to here. But my main issue, and I'm sorry that you guys always have to hear me repeat myself, is all the people whose positions are still open from down yonder. Let's go to like the 4 hour. Yeah, all these positions that are still open from down yonder here. Yeah, there could be a significant amount of those stop losses right underneath that low. So I still want to see that run. Uh-oh. There was a lot of I looked away from chat for too long. A couple days off from work. Oh, oldest daughter had minor surgery this morning. Oh man, hopefully that goes well. Hopefully that goes well. Good morning, Luke. Yeah, I'm with you, Luke. I've had barely any trades. I had like the tiniest scalp yesterday. Yeah, my prescription is like 4 years old, and my glasses are trashed. Good morning, Ando Pancho. Okay, so I've managed to really muck up my Bitcoin chart here. Let me clean this up a bit, and we'll move on to something else. Oh, God, dude, I really did vandalize this thing. Go away, highlighter. Yep, so not super interesting. Let's see here. Wanted to investigate this one a little bit more. Nah, probably not. Yep, bearish 4 hour market structure. Expectations should be lower high, lower low. Yeah, SFP here? What are we doing over here? Nothing convincing. Where is BNB? So BNB is in an interesting place because it has, let's check the 4 hour. Yeah, slightly interesting place on BNB, all-time high cracked. So far your 4 hour range is held. This looks too tight for a macro top here. Let me go out to the weekly. And that gives us a 4th tap. I actually am kind of neutral on this. We could lose 4. Let's clean some of this stuff up. No, not that. Wish I didn't vandalize my chart so much. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of neutral here because part of me thinks you actually could lose 4 hour market structure at the all-time high, only to maintain weekly market structure. Interesting though, that 4 hour low is right there. Hey, what, wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's just me vandalizing again. Okay. I think this area is worth watching for a short. I think that's all I'm trying to say. I think that's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, false break on the 15. Get that out of my way. False break on the 15. Only to set a new low is pretty bearish. That's pretty bearish. Yeah, that's it. That's one idea for the day. Oh, y'all still don't have any coins for me, huh? Fix this. I have a feeling we're looking at this positioning on a lot of the major altcoins like ETH, Sol, XRP, Doge, ADA, these kinds of things, in which we do really have an opportunity to turn pretty bullish. We're not there yet. Right now, prices broke structure here and set a new low. But like in the case of ADA, we swept that low and we did hit demand down here. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is if this market structure maintains, hey, bruh, get up there. Then we could we could see ourselves put in a bullish break here. And form some demand. And actually see some decent lift. A lot of these things I'm really only worried about like this section right here. What is this line? Can we make that line go away? Does it have any relevance? No, none whatsoever. Go away. Yeah, I still think there's the potential to start forming some bullish structure. I would imagine this looks the same on Sol. But wait, Doge, where's Doge? Let's not skip old Dogecoin. Yeah, pretty similar here. With the exception of this chart really needing to be cleaned up. Okay, so we had built ourselves a flow chart here. We said, hey, if we can get through supply, we should be able to get to this high. And if we can initiate above this high, we should see a retracement back down. And we are there. So we can delete all that stuff since it's already occurred. And I think it missed that support. This portion hasn't happened yet. Some time frames here. What's the 4 say? Yeah, I think a little lower on Doge would be nice still. Yeah, so for something like Doge, I would, I'd say, you know, I have a similar sort of feeling about this. Those candles go away. I have a feeling that if you break this, you're going to back test this and you're going to climb up. Make that line go away. To this section. Much from there. Oh, maybe that's one. Maybe that's one initiation. So like 30-minute structure in here. Yeah, maybe we can get an initiation clean up to there before coming back down to back test that before heading back up to this guy. And I would imagine Sol looks to be in a similar position. I imagine ETH looks to be in a similar position. So Sol cracked a major swing high recently. So I'm still looking for its initiation, mitigation, continuation. Everything under this line is still generalized demand. If we go out to the larger time frames, like I would say literally everything underneath there is generalized demand. And so if we take a look at the leg of price that expanded us above the high, sorry, it's a mess in here. You don't really break any major structure until this guy. You don't even break, yeah. Well, what was the 4 say? What did the 4 say? Yeah, you don't break any 4-hour structure until this low. So essentially, I am looking for the discount of this range, which has been achieved. And so if structure were to flip bullish here, I think it is going to run this. And until then, I would say just continue to sort of stack alerts on these kinds of things. If that hits this, I would move this likely down to here. And I'm just waiting for it to do the opposite. Do the opposite. Yeah, so that's kind of where I see those things sitting. I would imagine that ETH is in the bucket. Did ETH initiate over anything significant recently? No, it has not yet. Now see, ETH is a little bit different locally. ETH is definitely different. Let's just drop down. ETH is about to make it happen. Let's go ahead and delete some of these blue boxes. Yeah, ETH is getting ready to actually make it happen, right? It's getting ready to stab in its initiation right now. Beep. And you know, if you're a breakout trader, I'd be paying attention right now. I'm personally not a breakout trader, but yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna bring it right down to this wick. Retests to this zone are gonna be interesting for a long, in my opinion. Gosh, probably not even, probably just between these two guys. I don't know why that's bothering me so much, but I need to have an arrow on both sides. Yeah. Can I? No? Is it not going to let me do that? Well, whatever. You know, and then like if you know, not if, right? Because like ETH is kind of like doing this thing right now. Then yeah, then I would suggest that it probably happens on quite a few other altcoins as well. There we go. Now we got some Tensor and Render. And we'll take a peek at Ton real quick because I think I had some ideas on that from yesterday. We'll check in and see how they're doing. Okay. Check Ton. Are we headed towards $4 now, or the dump that you were anticipating is not over yet? Okay. $4. $4 is way up there. Did we establish a $4 target? Oh, that $4 target. Oh, that one. Well, we have some stops along the ride. In my opinion, I think we have some stops along the ride. One stop would be here. Let's just say that's here. I think these both happened at the same time. I think another stop is here. So I think we have some things we can anticipate before $4. But this locally here, this looks pretty good, yeah. You know, I think you really need to see if the 15 is going to be on your side, because we're not there yet. Let's get some of this other stuff deleted. Let's go ahead and delete that. Let's go ahead and extend this. We put in some manner of a break off of that low from this high. So if supply is in control, then price would go from here and it would break this low. And likely run down to this low. And is it going to break that low? I don't know. I have no idea. Now, in the event that demand is in control, well, then I think it's going to look totally different. I think this is, let's zoom in more. I think if demand is in control, you're going to initiate, like we are doing right now, and you are going to mitigate, and you are going to continue. A tiny 15-minute order block down here. Yeah, I think I'd be even happy if it. I need to do that in a hurry. I don't. Let me put it this way: if demand, there's this here. I get nervous about this. You have to lose 15-minute structure to get here. But if demand is in control, why would your 15-minute structure break bearishly here? That would be my question I would be asking myself. So if you see 15-minute structure break bearishly here, well, then I reckon you're looking at supply being in control. If you see 15-minute structure hold here, then I reckon you're watching demand maintain control. And if demand is maintaining control out of this supply, hits demand, and remains in control, then I would suggest you're at least going to touch this high, if not break this high. And if you break this high at, let's put a ray on it, 32350, if you break that high, well, then you have returned 1 hour structure. You've returned 1 hour market structure to your side. And if you have returned 1 hour market structure to your side, then I think there's a high probability of starting to knock some of these things out. That's what I reckon. And I think it would still be wise to look for a mitigation prior to continuation on that sort of an idea as well. Tinsor, don't think I've ever seen this chart. Don't think I've ever heard of this. I like the first chart better. This thing's got a lot of work to do, man. It's got a lot of damn work to do. Okay. Oh, it doesn't look nearly as good on the daily. Ooh. It's getting into trouble zone. You don't want to start closing daily candle bodies below that. I have a hard go time today because I do have a eye appointment that I have to get to. I can tell you one thing, I just feel way better about this asset once it's above 2163 and has returned its weekly market structure to bullish. Yeah, that would make me feel a whole lot better about life. In the interim, I think all you can do is trade this leg of price here. And so far, that leg of price has not broken bearishly. We have taken another liquidity point here. Let's check our 15. All right. So I would say everything. Here's what I would suggest on this actually. If bullish, I think this is kind of how it's going to work. Get rid of this line, whatever that is. If bullish, I think it's going to flow a little bit like that. And if it breaks, let's put an array on it, 1461, you can really smash up through there. Then, yeah, then I think you have a high probability of running this high here. And if you can break that high there, yeah, if we can break that high there, I think there is a high probability of coming to this high. I think it all kind of goes to hell when you lose this low. Bearishly. Yeah. Yeah, then I think it kind of all goes to hell. Could trade clear back down to here. And then what was the other one? Render? Render? Do I have render on my list? Weird. I mean, this demand in this area definitely had some interaction with it. But either way, I mean, you just look at the structure, right? We'll just look at the structure. So far, I do not see a bearish break here. So far, I see the early signs of an SFP here. And locally, it looks just like a chart, one of these other charts we were just looking at. In which I would say if demand remains in control, then we could trade up to we could trade all the way up to here. Yeah. Yeah. This is the part that alarms me the most. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. So if demand remains in control, I would suggest we could probably trade it up from there. And if demand is not, or supply remains in control, then I would suggest you're gonna, let's put a ray on this. Let's box this guy in. Then I would suggest that you will hit supply and you will bearishly close below 39.74. And then we will be targeting things like this. And potentially way lower. I think I'd just target that for immediately, but you may very well see demand remain in control here. So yeah, and bing, 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 bing. Yeah, something like that. No problem, Danielle. You son of a bitch, you. All right, well, what do we got? Okay, the makings of a fairly round looking bottom right now on Bitcoin. In the middle of nowhere. You know what? Yeah, well, this TA here stays. We're stacking a lot of lows. I guess this is probably the best news here. All right. Well, I am beginning to run out of the times. So hopefully I provided some value or yeah, some value. Maybe you found an idea you liked that you wanted to try. Maybe you just learned something. I don't know, but hopefully I didn't waste your time because I am kind of out of it, kind of out of time. And I must go. Yeah, I mean, you start to look at some of these other ones and you go like, okay, demand remained in control on XRP, right? Like it definitely remained, it hit supply, came back to demand, and broke again. And is now going to trade through supply. So it's in control over here. So does that mean it's going to be in control on ADA and ETH and Doge and Sol and on and on and on? Oh, we didn't really have any good supply on ETH. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, but you get the point. You get the point, right? Is that what one should expect to occur on some of these other things? I don't, dude. I feel like I drew it on every chart, and apparently I didn't. But we're looking for stuff like this. Yeah, whatever. You get the point. All right. Good. It's useful. Trade Extreme channel. Top of the morning, dude. I like saw your name the other day, and I assumed that you were maybe a had a YouTube channel, and I was trying to Google you. Trade. Oh, it is with an X. Trade Extreme. channel. I think I found your YouTube channel, bro. Is it Trade Extreme dash November 9 Echo? Yeah, we'll take a Colin will take a quick peek at Sol again, and then I'm out of here. Well, whatever. I'm gonna sub to this fool anyway. Maybe that's him. Maybe it's not. And I don't mean fool. I'm not saying that to be rude. I just a jokester. What were we? What in the world were we saying about Sol? Up, up, and away. Let me remind myself. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember now. I was saying that we have back tested our prior swing high, and that we were just waiting for bullish structure. And so let's delete a bunch of stuff in here so we can actually see what the hell is going on. And so like what I'm hoping for on Sol is some retracement here. To get back down to here. To get long face. That's what I'm hoping for on Sol. And if that line breaks, no, I want red, bro, not purple. Give me red. Then I think you're coming for this. And quite possibly for that. But in the interim, just one of those, please. Making videos on liquidity concepts for viewers. Love liquidity concepts. I wonder if I got your YouTube channel correct. TX. You got a little TX kind of. Does that match? Yeah, looks a little different. Whatever. Yeah, no problem, Colin. All right, yeah, I gotta jam. I have just enough time to get to my eye appointment. Didn't we start the stream right here? Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Boo hoo. All right. Hey, thanks for coming, everybody.